alive. I'm probably gonna have to move my little dragon friend. My dragoon. We'll find out. New game. Before continuing with this adventure, please be advised that the level of cringe involved may lead to a series of ailments and impairments. Some of the symptoms include, but are not limited to, insomnia, diarrhea, gastrointestinal distress, memory loss, paranoia, loss of appetite, gingivitis, hallucinations of rapid growth, addiction to paint thinner, memory loss, irresistible urges to sit on the folding chairs, depression, anxiety, more anxiety, a little more depression, a loss of a finger, memory loss, failure to ever laughter again, cringivitis, cringocytosis, cringocapolypse, wiener shrinkage, the growth of a wiener if one is not present, followed by wiener shrinkage, murder age, regular age, memory loss, heartburn, and a mild case of WTFs. Please proceed at your own discretion.
Breathe.
I couldn't there because it was talking. Here, let me move my little dragoon. Here, he can go right. Yeah, there we go. Hi there, welcome to Gabby McGoblinet's Epic Emporium of Goblin Jokes. For those of you who are new here, allow me to explain what we have in store for you today. You see, I'm going to tell you a great deal of goblin jokes passed down through the generations, first told by my great-great-great-grand Gobby, all the way down to Gobdaddy, who then passed them down to me. Gobdaddy, ooh. Now why on earth would I share such precious pieces of comedic gold to the likes of you may inquire? Well, the answer to that is simple. Gobby is very lonely and doesn't have friends. But fear not, for everyone will want to be friends with Gobby after they hear my super secret, massively awesome, epic Gobby jokes. I messed that up. As a matter of fact, we're going to make it into a little bit of a game. You see, every time you laugh at one of my jokes, I'm going to award you a point and record the number of laughs. Not only will this let you know how great of a sense of humor you have, but it will also boost Gobby's ego and give him some much-needed self-worth and slightly above average confidence levels. Essentially, this is a test to determine whether or not you fit into Gobby's society, or if you'd get kicked to the curb like the inhumorous, unfunny scumbag you might be. Sorry, that was a little harsh. Anyway, at the end of this test, you'll be given your point total so that you may compare how great or how cringe your sense of humor is compared to others. Dang. Doesn't that sound like fun? Sounds like bundles of fun. That's the spirit. Who's in my chat?
Yeah.
People I don't know. Mega points awarded for an uncommon answer. Really? Ignore the part about it being an uncommon answer. Everyone loves hearing Gobby jokes, surely. Anywho, let's get started, shall we? Gobby's greasing up these funny bones. Here we go. I found that there's 3 types of people in life. Those who can count and those who can't. I've heard that too many times. No reaction. Oof. Tough crowd. I love the way the earth spins. It makes my day. Predictable. So what if I don't know what Armageddon means? It's not the end of the world. Okay, yeah, I like that one. What's worse than ants in your pants? Uncle. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh. 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 Hold up a minute.
That gave you a reaction.
Hold up. Whew, Gobby had to learn that one the hard way. A dyslexic man walks into a bra. Okay, yeah, I kind of like that one. How did cheese get online? They just log in. Okay, I've never heard that one. I'll also put amusing to any ones that I haven't heard before.
I made dad jokes to you know.
A lot. So any ones I haven't heard of, I'm just gonna give it a thumbs up for it. What's the best thing about living in Switzerland? I don't know, but their flag is a big plus. I've heard it, but I do like them. Everyone hates me for liking dad jokes. I know. You know, I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me. Predictable. I wanted to make a belt out of watches. but it was a waste of time. Hey. I'll give him that one. I'll watch you. Thank you. Hee hee. Thanks, Rhaegar. If criminals took their own mug shots, what would they be called? Selfies. I have died. I've ceased to exist. Tigers, help me.
Yeah.
Help me.
You don't even move.
Do I give this one a point?
Hmm. Nah.
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 I've been thinking about removing my spine. I feel like it's only holding me back. Okay, fine. I'll never understand why manslaughter is illegal. But it should be.
Yeah.
I was fired from my job at the bank on my very first day. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
Oh, wow.
I like that one. But I don't care what anyone says. The shovel was a groundbreaking invention.
Yeah, it was.
This sounds like this kind of thing I would say in the call, like, just to make you guys be like, please leave. To the mathematician who invented zero, thanks for nothing.
Why? That's like another thing you would say.
Yeah. Oh, would you like to hear a joke about construction? I'm still working on it. What does the general keep his armies? Up his sleeveys. No. I thought I'd tell you a hilarious time travel joke. Turns out you didn't like it. Eh.
He was right.
Oh.
You didn't like it.
I know a lot of jokes about unemployed people, but none of them work. Okay, I like that one.
Wow.
I like that one. I was at a restaurant the other night and the waiter asked me, "Hey, you want a box for your leftovers?" I said, "No, I'm more of a wrestler."
I don't get it.
He's asking if you want, hey, do you want a box for your leftovers? Like, instead of, like, an actual box, he means, like, boxing ring kind of boxing. That's a no reaction. Had to explain.
Yeah.
The past, the present, and the future worked into a bar. It was 10. No.
Past tense.
I accidentally gave my girlfriend a glue stick instead of a chapstick. She hasn't talked to me since. No.
Yeah.
Whoa, guess what?
There's an Engie.
Yes,
Whoa.
You guys
Hey, Engie, how do you make holy water?
You boiled the hell out of it.
No reaction then. Doesn't get it if it's predicted. You know, most puns make me dumb. But your puns make me even number. But math... Oh, I misread that. I'll give him that just because I misread it and ruined it. Did you hear about the
Just like
kidnapping
fun.
at school? I clicked off the thing.
Good job.
It's alright, he woke up.
The kidnapping. Oh yeah, the kidnapping at school.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that one.
I actually heard that I actually heard that cops were called to the preschool because the kid was resisting arrest.
Oh my god. My neighbor has been mad at his wife for sunbathing nude. I'm personally, I'm on the fence. No.
Wow.
Creeping on people? Nah. Asked the librarian if they had any books on paranoia. She whispered, "They're right behind you."
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's okay. I'll give him a point for that.
Oh yeah, Arisa, after you're done streaming and stuff, what did you want to record, like the FNAF or something else completely different?
I don't know.
Hmm?
We'll find out.
Yes.
Probably the
I
FNAF.
can record something.
All the above.
Most people get
Just iron
shocked when they
free.
find out I'm not their electrician.
Bro, I could be telling puns right
My son asked me, "Dad, are you alright?" I said, "No, I'm half left."
now. Alright, that's fair enough. You
That
sure
just
that whole
reminds
body was
me-
cut off?
What?
He's alright now.
That's what I was gonna say. That's
That's
would remind me of.
I told you a chemistry joke, but I know we'll get a reaction.
What do you call a million rabbits walking backwards? receding hairline.
Alright.
Okay,
So,
I'll give it to him. What did...
how about if... You go ahead.
I was reading the thing.
Yeah, you go ahead, sorry.
What do Alexander the Great and Winnie the Pooh have in common? The same middle name. Eh.
I mean, we can that's Sonic the Hedgehog also.
For some reason, I can only handle 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Okay,
I'll give him that one.
I
My
was
drug
originally
test
going
came
to
back.
get a brain transplant, but I changed my mind.
My drug test came back this morning. It's negative. My dealer sure has some explaining to do.
Like,
That's
I
less a
got
dad
that
joke
right.
and more like...
Gabby McGobble.
My girlfriend's really mad at the fact I have no sense of direction. So I packed up my things and write. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah, it's
Speaking of which, my girlfriend and I often laugh at how competitive we are, but I definitely laugh more. Okay,
where do you find these games? I know it's on Steam, but
it's for the same people. I was washing my car with my son the other day. He looked at me and said, "Dad, could you please just use a sponge?" Oh.
That's good.
People say they're worried that my magician friend is doing his disappearing act too often. But I know it's just a stage he's going through.
That was alright.
It's magic.
You look at what the hell you doing?
You know, anybody can get buried when they die. If you want to get cremated, you have to earn it.
Cremated in the name of hope.
Say, do you know what happens to a green rock when you throw it in the Red Sea? It gets wet. Duh. Okay, kind of like that one.
What?
It's like that stupid one that's like, what's brown and sticky? A stick.
A stick. Yeah.
You know, I really wanted to be a doctor, but I just didn't have the patience. I'll give him that
That was
one.
good. I used to be a banker, but I lost interest.
What?
I
Oh, you
I
said
used to be a
banker.
but I lost. Yeah, no, I said I used to be a banker, but I lost interest.
I thought you said baker. That's why I didn't get it the
Yeah, I
first
heard
time.
Baker.
No, I said banker.
I was once abducted by a group of mimes. They did unspeakable things to me.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That was good.
Someone broke into my house the other night and stole all of my antidepressants. I hope they're happy now.
Hmm.
I do like that one, even if I already know it. I broke my leg in
You
two
know,
places. Huh?
Nothing. I was gonna say like a pun each time you said you go through one.
Oh my god.
You have an expensive car into a tree and found out how to Mercedes Benz.
Oh my god. I broke my leg in two places. And you know what my doctor told me? He said stay out of those places.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Not the leg wasn't broken. You know, I didn't fucking explain the joke. No.
Don't explain it. My dog used to chase people on bikes. It got so bad I eventually had to take his bikes off him.
Oh, okay. Imagine a dog riding a. Oh god.
I don't understand it. Like, does bike mean something else? It
dog
doesn't
was
mean he
the-
was literally riding a bike.
I think it meant like the dog itself was literally riding the bike.
But
Chasing
it
people.
doesn't make sense to me that it says he has to take
Exactly.
his bikes off him. I have no
Yeah,
reaction.
you have to take the bikes away from the fucking dog.
Yeah, but like it says off him as though he were wearing it.
Mhm.
Do you know why the seagull flies over the sea? Because if it flies over a bay, it'll be a beagle. No.
Wow.
Sure, no.
I was sitting in traffic the other day. Probably why I got run over.
Hmm.
My god.
What's the difference between a nicely dressed man on a tricycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle?
What? A wheel?
A tire.
I tried to sue the airport for misplacing my luggage.
Wow.
I lost my case. Eh. My deaf girlfriend was talking in her sleep last night. Dang, you poked my eye out.
Deaf girlfriend was talking in her sleep. I don't get that one.
Sign language.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Did you hear about the two thieves that stole the calendar?
Wait a
They got
second.
6
but
months
like,
each.
wait. like, but wouldn't it be mute? But I feel like it would be better if it was a mute girlfriend instead of deaf.
Well, people who are deaf typically do sign language because it's really hard to
Right, right.
speak when you can't hear yourself.
Right, exactly. I get that. All right, I'm gonna go back to the call. So let us know when you're ready, buddy.
Okay.
Do
Bye
your
bye.
game of
Bye bye.
do your game of it's not really not a lot of puns, but hey,
Dad jokes.
yeah, you can say it like that. And make sure to watch your punctuation too.
I like to spend every day as if it's my last. Staying in bed and calling for a nurse to bring me my pudding. Eh. A man tried to sell me a coffin today. I told him that's the last thing I'll need.
Mm.
Two goldfish are in a tank. One looks at the other and says, "Do you know how to drive this thing?" I've heard this one and I still like it. Did you hear about the chameleon who couldn't change colors? He had erectile dysfunction. I thought he was gonna say something like he had a hard time fitting in. Lances are pretty uncommon names these days. In medieval times, people were called Lance a lot. You know, plastic surgery used to be such a taboo subject. Now I can talk about Botox and nobody even raises an eyebrow. What's the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer? The taste. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh. Ugh. What's ET short for? Because he's only got little legs.
What?
You liked that one.
I liked it.
I really want to buy one of those supermarket checkout dividers, but the lady behind the till, keeps putting it back. Two windmills are standing in a field, and one of them says, "What's your favorite style of music?" To which the other side replied, "I'm a big metal fan." Outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it would be too dark to read.
Wow.
I was wondering where it was going with that.
It went dark.
Fuck!
But
I
what's
moved.
up?
I assume. He misclicked. I don't tell Jack dad jokes often, but when I do, he laughs. What is red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Yeah, I've heard that one too much. What's the dumbest animal in the jungle? A polar bear. Dad jokes until I want to die. Yeah. Why does every Tickle Me Elmo get before leaving the factory? 2 testicles.
What?
My girlfriend left me the other day. Said I didn't listen to her. Or something like that. I think that's what she said anyways. Nah, the one... I've heard a better one that's like... My wife was yelling at me earlier today and saying about how I don't listen... My wife's told me about how I don't listen, and I thought that's a strange way to start a conversation. That one's better than this one. I still remember the last thing my grandfather said to me before he kicked the bucket. He said, "Hey, you want to see how far I kicked the bucket?" I recently discovered that I'm terrified of elevators. Many levels. So I'm taking steps to avoid them. Sure. I was also a little afraid of speed bumps too, but I'm slowly getting over them. Have you ever tried to eat a clock? It's very time consuming, especially when you try to go back for seconds. What's the difference between ignorance, apathy? I don't know and I don't care. I do like that one though. What do an apple and an orange have in common? Neither one can drive. That one's too out there.
Yeah.
I had a priest perform an exorcism for my house, but I never paid the bill. It's been repossessed. No, whoever invented the knock-knock joke deserves a Nobel Prize.
Wow.
I've heard that one too many times. Don't you hate it when people answer their own questions? I do.
Wow. No reaction.
Four of my goblin buddies and I walked into a bar. You'd think one of us would have seen it. I've heard too many renditions of that joke. Ah, I clicked the wrong thing. To the goblin in the wheelchair who's still in my camouflage jacket. You can hide, but you can't run.
Yeah, like how you're trying to like fix yourself saying wheelchair, but you still said it like
Nope.
like a childish way.
Wheelchair. Did you hear about the guy who had a whole left side of his body amputated? I heard he's alright now. I never wanted to believe my dad was stealing him from his job as a road worker, but when I got home, all the signs were there. No. The furniture store keeps calling me. All I wanted was one night stand.
Wow.
Sure. eBay sure isn't what it used to be. I tried to look up lighters and all they had was 14,752 matches. Sure. I don't know about you, but I like to think of atheism as a non-profit organization. If I had 50 cents for every time I failed a math exam, I have exactly 937 right now. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? I matey. I matey. They all laughed when I told them I wanted to be a comedian. Well, they're not laughing now. I submitted 10 puns into a joke contest to see if one of them would win. No pun intended.
Wow.
Yesterday I was surprised to learn that I'm colorblind. The news really came out of the purple. Eh.
It would probably help better if you were colorblind.
I can't believe my neighbor knocked on my door at 3 a.m. Luckily I was already awake practicing my bagpipes. No. I went to exercise, so I went to the gym and hopped on a treadmill. I got some funny looks, so I started jogging instead. Eh. If you've never tried blindfolded archery, you don't know what you're missing. What happens when someone steals uranium? It becomes their uranium. My girlfriend always yells at me for not knowing how to season food properly. I don't mind though, I take it with a grain of sugar. I just performed my first autopsy. According to the results, the victim died of an autopsy. Oh my god. How do you get 4 old ladies to shout that word? Get a 5th lady to shout bingo. Eh. Why don't bunnies make noise when they have sex? Because they have cotton balls. You like that one. Either you liked that one or you just like the fact that I stopped saying it halfway through.
I like the bullet first.
I just want to know, why aren't hallways in mental institutions called psychopaths? You know, that's a very valid question. Friends are like trampolines. I've never had one, but they look fun. My girlfriend treats me like God. She takes very little notice of my existence until she wants something. Nah. Speaking of which, I can't believe my girlfriend just called me old-fashioned. Especially when her angle's showing. The hoe. I shouldn't say that about her. She almost dumped me the other day because she said I was the king of stupid comparisons. Man, she made me feel like a bacon sandwich on chemotherapy. I don't know if you know this, but Gabi grew up very poor. When I was a little goblin, my parents had to cut holes in my chest just so I had something to play with. What? What?
This little goblin. So you can play with it.
I'm just gonna take your judgment on this one.
Just choose no reaction because you're not kidding.
What did Cinderella do when she got to the ball? She gagged.
Why? These are like some sexual dad jokes.
I don't want to give him that one.
Don't give it to him.
I don't want to give him that one. The other day, my girlfriend asked me if I were high. I just laughed, uncontrollably, for 3 hours.
Ooh, wow.
No. Why did this burn cross the road? Because I put on the wrong socks before I went for a walk. Yeah, that one's okay. Why did Sally fall out of the tree? Because she had no arms.
Oh my god.
Eh. Knock knock. Who's there? Not Sally.
Oof,
I like that
wow.
one. My girlfriend recently started smoking during sex. So we had to slow down and need some lubricant. That took me a second, I'm not gonna lie. What's the difference between being hungry and being horny? Where you put the... Oh.
What?
Oh. Okay.
These jokes are getting a little bit more sexual.
What did the leopard tell the prostitute? Keep the tip.
What?
I don't care what anyone says. Sex while camping is effing intense.
Intense. That was more of a pun.
What do you call a herd of cows, master? Why is everything sexual now? Beef stroganoff.
Wow.
Sure. Sex between 3 people is called a threesome. Sex between 2 people is called a... Sex by myself is called lonesome. Oh, handsome. Eh.
I made that joke.
The other night I made my girlfriend scream during sex. I probably shouldn't have called and told her about it. Eh. Sometimes Gabby likes to experiment. For example, I tried phone sex once. But the holes were too small. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. I spent $600 on a limo, but I didn't get a driver with it. All that money and nothing to show for it. What happened to the cannibal? What happened when the cannibal showed up late for dinner? His friends gave him the cold shoulder.
What?
Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? There's nothing left but debris. Debris. My son asked me if I'd take his temperature, but I think you should just keep it. Eh. Have you heard about the one with the... Have you heard the one about the 2 cellmates? They've been together so long they started finishing each other's sentences. Eh. If a priest became a lawyer, then would he be known as a father-in-law? I brought a horse named May and sometimes mayonnaise. You know, I was never good at telling dad jokes. Probably because he often worked late.
What?
I don't know if you know this or not, but you can actually tell the gender of an ant by dropping it in water. If it floats, it's a buoyant. Everyone talks about Murphy's Law, but I prefer to know personally before coleslaw, especially when the cabbage is thinly sliced. Egg. Yes, egg indeed. 60 and 70 got into a fight. 71. You could technically say that about like anything with something 9 and 2 goblins were on a boat with 3 cigarettes and nothing left to light them with. So they threw one overboard and the boat became a cigarette lighter. Have you heard about the tale about the knight who always gave up during battle? Yeah, his name was Surrender. I hate those people who knock on your door and tell you that you need to get saved or you'll burn. Freaking firemen. What did the caveman say when the big cat scratched him? Meow.
Oh.
Meow.
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 How can you tell if you're caught in freezing rain? It hurts like hail. I was gonna sell my Chewbacca cookies at the bake sale, but they were all a little too chewy. Eh. I took a selfie after my kidney removal surgery. Hashtag no filter. What do you call a hot dog race? Wiener takes all.
What?
A vegan once told me people sell meat are disgusting, but actually people who sell vegetables are grosser. Eh. My brother couldn't afford to pay his water bill, so I sent him a get well soon card. The goblin at the tuxedo store kept hovering around me, so I told him to leave me alone. He said, "Fine, suit yourself." Eh. Justice is a dish best served cold. If it were served warm, it would just be water. God dang it. Can I make puns about the Mediterranean islands? Of course, Ian. Don't be silly.
Sicily.
Don't be silly. How long should a jousting match last? Until nightfall.
I guess.
Why is the scarecrow so good at his job? Hey, it's in his genes.
True.
I went to the zoo the other day and I saw a baguette in a cage. The zookeeper kept saying it was bred in captivity.
Wow.
What word starts with the E, ends with E, and only has one letter in it? Envelope. Did you hear about the cat who swallowed a ball of yarn? She had a litter of mittens. Eh. Do you think a pregnant lady should worry if her baby's too hot? Nah, probably not. It's always at room temperature. Okay, Tigers, this is time to die. Imprisonment is more than just a word. It's a sentence. I got fired from my job as a taxi driver. Turns out customers don't like it when you go the extra mile. I thought I won the argument with my girlfriend about how to rearrange the furniture, but the tables have turned. I don't understand her counter-argument. I was accused of burying clues in the cement, but they have no concrete evidence. Why do all hot dogs look the same? Because they're all inbred. You know, it takes a lot of guts to be an organ donor. A weasel walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Wow, I've never served a weasel before. What can I get you?" "Pop," goes the weasel. You know, if you rearrange the letter of postmen, they get very angry. No. Why can't T-Rexes clap their hands? Because they're extinct. Eh. We have one in the other chat right now. I can always tell when someone's lying. I can also tell when they're standing. Fine. Unfortunately, my obese parrot just died. But it was a huge weight off my shoulders. Shout out to anyone who doesn't know what the opposite of in is. When I was a kid, you could walk into the store with $1 and walk out with 2 gallons of milk, a dozen eggs, and a loaf of bread. Not anymore. There's cameras everywhere these days. Eh. I have kleptomania, but when it gets really bad, I take something for it. My girlfriend asked me if our kids were spoiled. I said, no, I think the kids smell that way. Statistically, 6 out of 7 dwarfs aren't happy. Do cannibals eat ramen, or do they cook them first? If I had a dream where I weighed less than 1,000 of a gram. I was like, OMG!
Wow.
Oh my god, cholesterol! The only thing the Flat Earth Society has to fear is fear itself. You know, if procrastination was an Olympic sport, I'd participate in the next one. What type of explorers never seem to get angry? Nomads! I was thinking Dora the Explorer. What is the strongest brand of cereal? Shredded wheat, bruh. What?
Bruh.
It's because it's saying shredded. No. Where can you find Tasty Men toes? On Tasty Men feet. My daughter yelled at me, Dad, you haven't listened to a single word I've said, have you? What a strange way to start a conversation. I referenced this earlier.
Yeah.
I gave up my seat to a blind person on the bus. And that, my friend, is how I lost my job as a bus driver. A limbo champion walked into a bar. He was immediately disqualified. A lumberjack went to the forest to cut down a tree. He started swinging his axe at a tree and the tree began to shout, Wait, I'm a talking tree! The lumberjack replied, And you shall die, log.
What?
I've always wondered. Do we dream in color, or is it just a pigment of our imagination? As I handed my dad his 40th birthday card, he looked at me with tears in the eyes and he said, You know, one would have been plenty. My friend kept saying, Cheer up, Gabby, it could be worse. He could be stuck in the ground in a hole full of water. I know he means well. Someone once told me that their dog could receive a ball from up to a mile away, but it seems a bit far-fetched to me. I missed up 2 letters in my dad joke and now the whole thing is urine. Where did they put arm babies? In the infantry. A slice of apple pie costs 2.5 in Jamaica and 3 in the Bahamas. These, my friends, are the pirates of the Caribbean. My girlfriend ripped the blankets off me last night. Don't worry, I'll recover. After you die, what part of your body is left to stop working? Your pupils. They dilate. My son keeps chewing on live electric wires, so I had to ground him. My friends and I started a band called 999 Megabytes. We still haven't gotten a gig. No. Why do astronomers put beef in their shampoo? Meteor showers. My daughter thinks I don't give her enough privacy. At least that's what she said in her diary. My father has the heart of a lion. And a lifetime ban from the zoo. How do you tell the difference between a regular joke and a dad joke? When the punchline is apparent. My therapist told me to write letters to people I hated and burn them. I just gotta figure out what to do with all these letters. That about wraps up chapter 1 of McGobblenet's family joke book. I hope you enjoyed yourself to some extent, and maybe sometime we can go out for a drink together? Maybe we can come back to Gabby's place and hang out? My bed is super comfy and I just installed a shower last week. In the bathroom, not the bed. Maybe some other time then? I'm sure you're, busy and all. Doing things and stuff. Anywho, based on my records, it looks like you left a total of... It's actually 114 times. I can't really say that I blame you, to be honest. Well, anyway, I hope you come back on soon. Maybe we can bust open chapter 2. That's where the really good jokes are. Oh, what's this? There's a little note tucked into the page, and it seems to have your name on it. I'm assuming it's my secret word. Apparently the book has a built-in cringe meter, and it's spelled out a secret word for you to share to others. What the hell's a cringe meter? People don't find Gabby cringy, do they? Well, anyway, you might want to write this word down to make a mental note of it. It'll come in handy. The secret word is brain dead. Thanks, game.
You like too many dad jokes.
Other people got dunce, WTF, goobers, ridiculous, silly, ludicrous. Okay, so yeah. Oh, that's nice. Not really, no. Congratulations, your decisions have unlocked a bonus joke. Huh? A bonus joke? Let's see here. Aha! I've got it! My dating profile says I have a corner office with a great view of the entire city. I drive a 500,000 vehicle and I'm paid to travel. My dates never seem too happy when I tell them I'm a bus driver. Wish that one was a joke. Hope you enjoyed. Now get out of here, filthy animal. That wraps up this chapter. Take care now, stay safe, and don't forget to tip your goblins. And we're probably gonna get the whole spiel of like, yep, it's gonna be used to unlock something far bigger in depth, and yada 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 yada. If you so kindly leave a comment, Chasing demons, yes I know. Yes, 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 yes.
That's a lot of games.
Oh?
Huh?
What? You're still here? I know, Gabby said he wanted friends, but you really don't know when to take a hint, do ya? Gabby said goodbye like 46 times. Maybe I can tell you a joke that's so awful you won't want to come around anymore. Okay, here it goes. How do you keep an idiot in suspense? I know where this is going. There it goes. Wow.
Wow.
What did you think? Did you like it?
There's good stuff in it.
Oh,
Oh, did
and
you
she's
say?
back.
So I was hoping I would get some more dad jokes in.
Well, we just finished.
Just finished.
Like any streamings stuff?
Yep.
Dang it. I was hoping that. I mean, I was watching it on my stream, but I didn't have a volume up. I was hoping I got some more jokes in. That was a bit interesting game, though. I liked it.
I always seem to
So,
like their
like-
games, except for some of them.
Because it's more sexual than, like, just for the sake of being sexual in a funny way.
Naked News is really weird.
Yeah.
That's
it's
another
pretty
one of their
interesting.
games.
I mean, like, it seemed like pretty fun game to voice with your friends, though.
True.
Oppa.
But I guess to the stream, that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed the dad jokes.
News is very
Wait,
weird.
what
I
are you
was
doing?
actually in that stream with her.
Veigar, you left fucking
Violet.
alone, what the hell?
Also, by the way, R2, he said it's okay if we record without him if we need to. So
Okay.
just to let you know.
Well, now that you're here, Rhaegar, you can say goodbye to the stream. Goodbye!
Bye, stream.
Well,